Hello everyone. Because I have done a repair unlike anything I've ever done in my whole life. I was in new territory, very rare that you can find someone to do this. I thought I would share this video on YouTube and call it Eric's Home Improvement. So what we have has nothing to do with the window and the scenery in the backyard. It has to do with the tile. Of all the tile in the floor in the whole place, okay, most of it was good. Somehow in the kitchen, refrigerator area, this area, and even over there, which we'll get to in a minute, and on the way to the garage, which is there, and to the front door. Intermittently, sporadically, there was about 30 tiles that were down on the floor. They weren't popping up, but there was movement, which means there was hollow spots under the tile. So, what does one do to get glue underneath the tile to kind of glue it, secure it, do with the concrete and not enough of it to do? So first thing you got to do is you got to go to Home Depot and buy Fix-A-Floor. Comes in a caulking tube, as you can see. You use a caulking gun to apply it, and because you are trying to get it under the tile, what do? Well, we can't drill holes in the tile. We're looking at an area that's just been previously repaired, and as we get close, you'll see 3 holes that I drilled. They're concrete bits, and I drilled in between the problematic tiles. And then after I drilled the holes, I took a shop vac and vacuumed them all clean, at which point you go ahead and start applying the Fix-A-Floor. And by the way, Fix-A-Floor looks exactly like white Elmer's glue. Color, consistency, I mean drying time, everything. It's like Elmer's glue. I really wouldn't be surprised if it is Elmer's glue with one extra chemical. But be that as it may, so we start by, there's a tip that comes with this right from Home Depot or Lowe's, wherever. These little tips have nothing to do with that. It has to do with when you're done, you put them in the hole like that, but we'll get to that in a minute. So what happens is you take caulking, the tube, and when you're going to apply under a tile or several tiles, because it could be 2, could be a hollow spot here, could be a hollow spot there, maybe it's just over here. Either way, you let the handle of the gun determine how much you're putting in, okay? So you take your caulking gun and you go like this. Now first you gotta go like this. All right, you take the little tip off, you cut a little angle off, because right now it's sealed, nothing could come off, so you gotta cut the little thing off, and you don't want to cut it off even, you want to cut it off at an angle, because when you get down to the bottom, you're hitting the floor. Well, flat on flat, it won't come out of the caulking gun. You have to cut it at an angle. Then you put the thing in there like that, and you just start going, and you go like, now, I'm exaggerating, but it's exactly what you do, but you will go much slower. You just gentle, 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 until either you've emptied the gun or you start feeling resistance in the handle, which means all the glue that you can reasonably get under the tile, that air, the pocket, it's done, it's filled. You'll get resistance and it'll already start oozing out of the hole. What happens when the glue starts oozing out of the hole? Well, you take one of the caps that came with it and you go like that. Okay? And wherever you have drilled holes, you will find the glue trying to back up out of the holes. It is a water-based product. Let me move over here for a second, but real quick, while you're on your way, we're on our way. There's something I just repaired today. There's fresh glue underneath that. We have 8 pounds per gallon to put down on the tile to keep it from lifting up, because the glue is being forced under there. It's going to try to force the tile up. Even if it's a 1/10th of an inch, it's still going to try to rise. So you put weight on it to keep it from rising. Now we go over here and you got to pretend like the tile that I worked on right there, got to pretend like none of that's there. Pretend like we're talking a tile right there. Okay, so I got to the point where I got the glue in, I got this cap, and what have I got? I've got a big, looks like big thing, you know, good decent little puddle of Elmer's glue. So I have my bucket and a sponge and water. and I take a little water, but mostly sponge, and wipe it all up. Wipe it up a couple of times. You rinse it, fill it up, get rid of it. Then you rinse your, hopefully you still got some clean water in here. So you squeeze and squeeze and squeeze the glue out of the sponge until you get it nice and get all the excess off. And then one final time, empty the bucket, fresh water, wash down, and then take some paper towels and just wipe it and wipe it and wipe it. In the next video, we're going to explain what to do when you're done and you have all these holes to fill. But for now, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe this video. Thank you.